Hi guys, welcome back to Learning English and Literature. This is an IGCSE poem, Love 3 by Judge Herbert. This poem is also a metaphysical poem. Just like Pulley, they have the same features. It's religious in nature. It has drama features like characters, dialogue, and there are also use of symbols. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and let's reach a wider audience. Love 3 by Judge Herbert, stanza 1. The first line says, love bade me welcome. Now there is a use of symbology here because God is love. Love here represents God. Yet my soul drew back. Now the soul that is drawing back is the soul of a sinner, guilty of dust and sin. Now here, the poet is given the reason why man, the soul of the sinner, is drawing back. You know, he feels this guilty of not being qualified to stand before God. He said, guilty of dust and sin. Dust because from dust man was created, man was formed, and man was also, after the sin of Adam and Eve, man was born in sin. Now, when God noticed that man was drawing away from him because man felt that he was not holy enough to stand before God, the quick-eyed love observing me grew slack. Now, God, despite the sin of man, does not want you to go back. Now, God was so quick to observe man's withdrawing behavior. From my first entrance in, now God speaks. Now, this is another feature of a metaphysical poem. Dialogue. God is speaking. He said, draw nearer to me. You remember that hymn. God is saying, draw nearer to me. And he asks, do you need anything? Ask and I will give you. What he's saying is that God still cares. God still cares for us as sinners, as saints. God is still our God. Now, this love can only be God, where he loves you unconditionally, even if you are a sinner, but you are willing to come to him, just like this man did. He went to God, but when he beheld God's presence, he realized that he is not worthy enough to stand before God. But for the fact that he went before God, God acknowledged it. God said, come to me. Whatever you need, I will give you. Okay? This shows that God cares. A guest, I answered. Now, this is another feature. Apart from the dialogue, we have characterization. We have God and the man speaking. Okay? Love said, you shall be he. Yes, God is saying, look, as long as you're here, your sins are like forgiven. Okay, this is where God shows that he can forgive anybody. Man says he is not worthy to be here, but God says, no, you are worthy to be here. Here man is confessing his sins. He's giving God reasons why he is not worthy to stand before God. He says, I cannot look on thee. Love took my hand. Now, God went beyond just speaking. He moved. He performed an action. He showed man that he is willing to forgive everything. He said, and he replied, who made the eyes but I? This is an authority of the Creator. Okay? This is an authority of the Creator. What God is doing here in this line is telling man that you cannot condemn yourself because I have not condemned you. You have no right to condemn yourself because I am your creator. Who made you? Who made those eyes? And the final stanza, truth, Lord, but I have marred them. Man as a sinner, or rather the sinner man, still gives God excuses of being unworthy to stand before him. He said, I have marred those eyes. I have ruined them. I have ruined that gift of sight you gave me. Let my shame go where it doth deserve. Man here is wishing that, let me go to hell. I do not deserve heaven. That's what it's saying. And know you not, says God, who bore the blame. God is saying, you do not have the right to even say you have to go to hell because somebody has already paid that price. What God is saying here is that Jesus bore your sins when he was crucified, when he died on the cross. So do not say you're a sinner anymore because my son who gave his life for you has cleansed all your sins. My dear, then I will serve. You must sit. Now, man has realized that his sins have been forgiven. He now says, okay, I will serve you. Knowing now that his sins are forgiven, he has agreed to work with God, to serve God. You must sit down, test my needs. Now, you must sit down simply means you must pay attention and abide by my, you must learn the ways of God and you must test my meat. This is the Holy Communion. Remember, Jesus said, do this in remembrance of me. He said, and test my meat, test my food. And it goes beyond the Holy Communion. It's also the word. You must test my meat. I will feed you with my word. And what did man do? He said, so I did sit and eat. Now, this is a call to repentance. Man here gave his life to Christ. Actually, this poem is about God's forgiveness and love towards man. God forgives and God loves us as long as we are willing to come to him. This is the beauty of metaphysical poems. They are very short, simple, but the themes are very deep. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and let's reach a wider audience with our videos.